March 16, 2025. Less than 24 hours after U.S. airstrikes pummeled Houthi rebel targets in Yemen, Iran answered back. But it wasn't with missiles, it was with a message. No smoke trails, no explosions. Just a commander, a microphone, and a sentence that thundered through the geopolitical landscape. The United States is living in a glass house. That line wasn't just defiant, it was theatrical. But behind that camera-ready performance was a deeper question. Can Iran truly deliver on its threats, or is it bluffing its way through another power play? As missiles under Operation True Promise 3 rained down on Israeli targets, Iran abandoned its usual cloak of proxies. There was no Hezbollah shield, no Houthi mask. This was raw, direct, and unmistakable. Tehran wasn't just reacting, it was staging a performance for the world to see. The timing? Perfect. The message? Loud. And Washington? Listening. For decades, Iran's military strategy revolved around silence, fighting in shadows, maneuvering through militias. But now, the mask is off. Strikes come from Iranian soil. Threats are broadcast in prime time. Tehran wants the world to know. It's no longer hiding. But the world is asking, is this real strength, or just a very well-produced illusion? The show didn't stop with threats. In Tehran's latest parade, shiny AI-guided missiles, suicide drones, and even a drone carrier, the Shahid Bagheri, rolled down the streets. Cameras captured every angle. Drones buzzed overhead. But military experts around the world raised eyebrows. None of these weapons have seen real combat. No verified hits. No tested durability. Just bold claims and slick visuals. The same story plays out in Iran's Air Force. Iran's jets, F-5 Tigers, F-14 Tomcats, F-4 Phantoms, are ancient relics of the Cold War era. Kept alive by smuggled parts and engineering improvisation, these machines are more museum exhibits than combat-ready aircraft. Some don't even have modern targeting systems. Others can't carry precision munitions. And yet, they fly. Mostly in parades. Rarely in war zones. Even Iran's efforts at rebuilding, like the Khozar, a clone of the American F-5, have struggled to deliver. They get flashy names and paint jobs, but under the hood, they're still stuck in the past. Iran's message is clear: we build our own. But the reality is grim. These jets are barely enough to defend their skies, let alone challenge U.S. or Israeli air power. If Iran's air game is shaky, its ground forces tell a different story. With over 1.1 million troops, Iran boasts one of the largest militaries in the Middle East. But scale doesn't equal strength. Many soldiers still carry outdated rifles. Body armor is scarce. Communication systems often fail. Logistics are slow. And worse, there's internal friction. The Artesh, RGC, and Basij operate in overlapping silos, each with its own agenda. Iran's navy, too, is a force of contradiction. It lacks aircraft carriers, long-range destroyers, or blue water capability. Instead, it leans on fast boats, small submarines, and mines. Its power is local, not global. Yet in tight waterways like the Strait of Hormuz, it can make global markets tremble. A single mine, or even the threat of one, can disrupt 30% of the world's oil flow. This is where Iran excels: asymmetric warfare. It doesn't need to sink a ship, just make tanker captains think twice. Its suicide drones and speedboats operate in swarms, overwhelming enemy defenses through chaos. One drone hits. Panic spreads. Suddenly, a small-scale attack feels like a full-blown siege. But Iran's most dangerous weapon isn't hardware, it's strategy. From underground missile cities to proxy militias across Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Yemen, Iran's power doesn't sit in one place. It's dispersed, decentralized, and mobile. If a war begins, it won't come from Tehran. It'll hit U.S. bases, oil routes, and embassies across the region. And when the U.S. strikes back, Iran will already be gone. This layered approach, dig deep, hit fast, move quickly, isn't just clever. It's survival. And it's working. Washington is divided. Its influence is shrinking. Meanwhile, Iran expands, arms, and provokes. It's betting on confusion, fatigue, and hesitation. And so far, it's winning. The next flashpoint could arrive without warning. A drone attack in Iraq. A missile fired from Yemen. A cyber strike blamed on no one. Iran's hand is always halfway visible, just enough to signal, but never enough to confirm. In this era of information warfare, the greatest weapon may not be the one you see. It's the one you doubt, hesitate to strike, and underestimate. And Iran knows that better than anyone. Asterisk: a powerful, symbolic, ultra-realistic scene representing modern information warfare. The setting: a war room filled with glowing screens, satellite feeds, drone footage, and threat assessments, yet none show clear evidence. U.S. and allied commanders stand frozen, uncertain. Every display shows something: an intercepted signal, a shadowy convoy, a brief cyber anomaly, but none confirm Iran's hand. In the center, a digital hologram of the Middle East pulses with activity, flashes in Iraq, Yemen, Syria, Lebanon. But Iran's silhouette is blurred, ghost-like, always one step out of frame. Behind this map, a larger-than-life, semi-transparent figure symbolizing Iran's strategy, half-shrouded in shadow, eyes calm, hand extended with both a dagger and a mask of diplomacy. Overlaid subtly, glowing phrases like, "Is it Iran?" "False flag?" "Unclaimed?" "Retaliate?" Each flickering between certainty and doubt. The lighting is cinematic and cerebral, cold blues and reds, reflections off polished surfaces, tension hanging like static. The most dangerous weapon here isn't a missile, it's paralysis through doubt. Asterisk.